I'm preparing for a very late night tonight.
Tornado, the tornado.
It's going straight north.
There it is. Tornado's crossing I-4.
Потом весь ветер, все меняется.
Down there.
I can hear it in my ears.
Oh my god, yeah, let's get downstairs.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. Shit, I can feel the pressure.
Oh my god.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. In today's episode, we're gonna go ahead and start on the upstairs part of the house. So since we already painted the lower floor in the last episode, we're gonna go and work our way up, do the staircase, and actually make our way to the master bedroom, do the master bedroom hallway, do it all. And actually, I got a little surprise for Ksenia over here. There's a mirror she's been eyeballing, so we'll get to that in a little bit, okay? First coat done. Ksenia just pulled up. Let's go ahead and get a reaction. Hey, babe. Time to join the party?
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for it all day.
What's been in the truck?
I'm not sure. What is that? What did you bring, by the way? Inside?
No, like, so you can open it. It's midway.
Ah! You bought it! Oh, that's
damn it, it broke. Look at that big crack in it.
It's broken. Yeah.
The big crack.
Yeah.
You like it? You happy, dogga?
I'm happy to go. Let's
Alright,
do it.
good. Because we're going to work late tonight.
What?
1 a.m.
No. No. No.
Sucks it cracked on the way out here. Look at that. It's a gold
it
crack
crack?
too. Yeah, look at that big crack right through the middle.
Oh, shut up. It didn't crack, you loser.
Alright, let's get back to work. We got all the hardware off the windows right here. So my plan is to actually try to restore the hardware. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the hardware in a bucket full of lacquer thinner, and we're going to see if we can get some of the old paint off, because whoever painted this room before did a very sloppy job, just like everything else in the house. So basically, I'm pulling off all the hardware, which has years of paint over, as you can see right here. I'm going to put in some lacquer thinner and hopefully just let it sit, and the paint should peel off, and we should have some nice looking hardware. So we went ahead and removed the doors as well too. I'm going to redo the hinges because they have paint all over it. I'll come show you guys. The handle itself, I'm going to try to keep some of these, but I'm going to go ahead and just pull this off and clean all the hardware up so we can try to retain that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next, and then we're going to get back to sanding, and we're going to try to get the whole room caulked and seamed and get ready to paint the trim in the windows.
A few moments later.
I'm so stupid. I don't know why. I knew I should not have put lacquer thinner in red Solo cups, but that's the only container I had, and I kind of wanted to get the process going. I didn't want to stop and get a metal bucket, so I put them in red Solo cups. And well, I walked to the bathroom to go put the new hardware in, and well, where did my lacquer thinner go? It was on the floor because it ate the red Solo cup. I'm an idiot, so caused way more work for ourselves because then we had to clean up the mess because the red Solo cup disintegrated and there was red Solo cup stained onto the stone, which we got all cleaned out. But yeah, as quick tip, do not put lacquer thinner in red Solo cups, or Everclear for that matter. I guess it might eat through it too. That's how the whole door frame was with the existing paint. We tried to sand it. The trim is all painted. The most satisfying part of painting is when you peel the tape off and you see the final product. So all the trim's done. Now we're gonna get ready to do the hallway so we give that enough time to dry, which is back behind me over here. And then we'll do the walls agreeable gray. So we finished off yesterday by painting the hallway right above the staircase, which was actually very challenging to do because it was a pretty good height. I would say about a 10-foot height from the bottom step all the way up to the ceiling, but we made it work. It was a good overhead pressing day. Shoulders were sore afterwards. So then we moved into the master bedroom, and I went ahead and painted the ceiling since I was already using the alabaster white for the hallway. So when I finished off the ceiling looks really great. So today's agenda is actually to tape off the room, and we're gonna paint the walls agreeable gray. So we went with Sherwin-Williams agreeable gray, and it's a really good gray. It's not too dark. It almost looks like, if you've ever seen the Porsche colored chalk, or really any gray car nowadays, they have that chalk kind of like primer look. That's what this color looks like in the room. It looks really nice. Here's my basic mock setup. I just finished off the conclusion to the Jordan video that I've really been needing to finish editing, but the house project has been taking the majority of my time at this point. I will show you guys a little bit of work that we did off camera the past few days and show you what we're gonna do next. So we went ahead and painted well, not all of it, about half the trim when you come upstairs all black, and half the staircase rail which we're gonna paint the staircase rail black as well too to match that. Today's agenda, we're gonna tackle all the trim upstairs. That way we can get to the walls pretty soon. Now off camera, we went ahead and installed a Maverick Monte Carlo fan, which they're really nice, very quiet, good fans. After 2 coats, the trim looks great. Honestly, the color before I painted this alabaster white, it was a white before, but it honestly looked really close to alabaster white. It just really cleaned up the room, and the sheen's a lot different too. This is semi-gloss, Sherwin-Williams. I'm not sure what they used before, but the semi-gloss gives you a nice little shine when the light hits it. It looks really good. So I'm really happy with how that came out. I gotta give that a few days to dry so then we can paint the actual wall. So next thing we're gonna do is actually work on the, see what's missing? We're gonna work on the handrail. Scrubbing it with some lacquer thinner. Took the paint right off and it looks good. It has this old vintage look to it now. Hardware looks great. All the details, they all matter. Handrail is all sanded down. You need to clean it up and then get some paint mixed up and we're gonna paint it black. Yeah, it was actually a really good morning. I took a break from painting and working on the house. Got the NSX out of hibernation. It's been in hibernation mode for about 5 months. I almost didn't make it to the car show because the battery was completely dead. So I had to charge the battery up a little bit, got it all charged up. NSX never disappoints anytime you take it out here. So I guess it was like a little car show at the Porsche dealership. So mainly Porsches, but a little bit of everything else came out. Really cool. I've had too much of a break. It's like noon, so I haven't worked all day yet. So I need to get back to the house and I need to get back to prepping those stairs for some paint. All right, basically prepped all the stairs and got it ready to paint on the white trim around it. And let me tell you, that was a very, very, very tedious, long process to tape all the steps. Now it's time to paint. Since the steps are already painted, you can't really stain it. Our plan is actually to use a gel stain. And we put the gel stain on top, they actually have these wood graining tools, like so. Basically, you just rub this over and it gives a wood-like look. So you can actually do this on any other material if it's not naturally wood. The steps are naturally wood, but they painted over it a few coats. So we're gonna give it a shot, see how it looks. Basically, I'm just putting the stain on the staircase first. Now, the stain itself is supposed to be a lot lighter color, but like I said earlier, and putting it on raw wood where the stain would actually penetrate the wood, it probably would come out with a lighter color, but since the steps were previously painted a dark brown, honestly, the color of stain that we're putting on right now doesn't seem like it's changing the color much, but it's adding a lot of texture to the steps, so that's kind of nice. It's a pretty easy process overall. You can adjust the kind of like wood grain that you get by how much pressure. So if you don't put a lot of pressure at all, see how it just spins pretty freely. If you want to like keep a certain design or draw out one of the wood grains, you hold it down. And it doesn't turn as quickly, so you kind of get a little bit of variation in the type of wood grade that you get on the step. That way, it's not all uniform and it looks like more like natural wood. In my opinion, I think it looks great. Take a look real quick. See if we can see the texture. And there you go, guys. Now we gotta wait a day so we can put some polyurethane on top of it. Since we went ahead and stained the stairs, we cannot go back upstairs. So what I'm gonna do next is come outside and we're gonna go ahead and prep some of the cabinets and go ahead and get them ready for paint. So right now I went ahead and stripped all the hardware off. Stripped all the hardware off, all the cabinets, and a lot of the hardware is right here, which I'm gonna strip from all the paint with some lacquer thinner in a little bit. But first things first, we need to prep these for paint, sand them down, and put a first coat of paint on them. In between coats on painting the cabinet doors and the dresser drawers, I went ahead and went in the kitchen. So first off, I went ahead and sanded down all the trim, and then I went ahead and caulked all the seams. So once that was done, I'm gonna let the caulking dry just a little bit before we paint the trim. Finished up all the drawers to the dresser in the hallway. Also finished up the cabinet doors as well too. Looks really good in the tricorn black. And the last thing we did today was put some polyurethane on the stairs. Over the stain. Looks pretty good, almost like a mirror finish. Looks really good actually. I'm really glad we did that. I think we're gonna do one more coat of the polyurethane, and that's gonna be it after that. So that's gonna round off today. I will see you guys tomorrow. And the next day, we went ahead and already taped off all the floorings in this kind of gray room, I don't know what you call this room, not really a dining room, but went ahead and taped off all the floors. Today's agenda is to attack all the trim. So I'll show you what we've been up to. So we finished off painting the kitchen completely. If you look right above me and right around me, all the kitchen is in alabaster white. The trim, the walls, everything looks great. It really makes the cabinets pop that much more since the cabinets are kind of an off gray color to begin with. It looks so much cleaner, and our plan is to buy a chandelier that has about 6 bulbs instead of the one that was originally in there only had 1 bulb, and the 1 bulb was only about 800 lumen. It was a very dark bulb, and it had a chandelier that diffused the light. So our plan is to have more exposed bulbs, 6 bulbs if we could find some, so that way it'll really brighten up this kitchen. Now we have room for a TV. 2.5 rolls of tape later, the whole entire room is taped off and ready for paint. I'm preparing for a very late night tonight, but go ahead and look around me and I'll show you why it took so long. Tons of little areas to tape off. Transitions over to this room. Yeah, left little windows, so. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go grab some paint and we will get this room painted agreeable gray. Wouldn't that be our luck? A tornado hit the house after we did all this work to it.
Right there in front of us, David. It's on the ground right there. It's crossing 40 right now, a half a mile or less.
Yeah.
We lost power. Severe tornado warning. You can hear the sirens going out. At least we have a basement, I guess. That's the saving grace to everything. So we're gonna go outside real quick and double check. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay inside. Let's get down there.
I can hear it in my ears.
Oh my god, yeah, let's get downstairs. Hurry, bud. Go.
Babe,
Holy
this is
crap.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
Can you hear it in
insane.
the ears?
I can feel it, yep, you can feel the pressure.
Oh my god.